Hello guys, welcome back. Today I'm going to be doing an overview of the Xbox One UI. It's fairly similar to the 360 UI. It's kind of a mixture between the 360 UI and Windows 8. So this is how it looks currently. I'm sure it will change a lot in the future, but at the current moment in time, which is early 2014, the UI looks like this. So I'm going to be going over every aspect of this main home screen. If you want me to do more demos on stuff like Upload Studio and Connect features, please tell me down below and like the video. But today I'm going to be going over the home screen. So this is the first place you'll start, is home. So you've got 3 pages or whatever you want to call them on the home screen. So you've got pins, home and store. So the main one is home, so that's where you start when you turn on the console. So let's start on the left here. So on the left, this is your profile, and it shows your first name and your username. It also shows your gamer score, how many messages you have, and how many friends are online. Now, unlike on 360, where it would show you who's online straight away here, on the Xbox One you have to launch it, and then it will tell you who is online. So it will tell me that these people are online, which is a bit slower than before, so I'm not a huge fan of that. I mean, surely in an update they could kind of implement a way to show who is online. So to the right, this is your most recent app or game. So at the beginning of the video you saw that Call of Duty Ghosts was here, but after I opened up the what's called Friends application, that has moved here and COD has moved here. So this is basically a list of most recently used apps. So this one is the most recent, and then it goes from left to right as the kind of in history. So it works like that. The main one here, if it's for example a game, it will, if the game is running, it will keep running here, so you'll see how it is going. So if I open COD Ghosts here, as you can see, it's still moving on the screen as well. Then we have Snap, which allows us to snap. If we don't want to use the voice commands, we can do it like this, and it will give us the options to snap. So if I hit, for example, I want to snap Internet Explorer, I can do that, and that's fine. I then press the home button to go back. There you go, and I have the unsnap feature there. So if I unsnap, do that. Then I have, and oh, notice when I snapped Internet Explorer, obviously it's moved to the most recent, but also notice that it has the little snap icon next to it. That's because if I launch it from here, it will remember that it was last snapped, so it will stay snapped. And gesture control picked up my hand for some reason, but if I open it from pins or from my games and apps, it will open normally. Talking of my games and apps, let's go ahead and look at that. So you press on that. Let's unsnap quickly by doing that. It's a bit weird because you'd expect something like my games and apps to be kind of like a folder, but it's kind of like an application. The fact that you can snap it feels a bit strange. So this is the list of all the games and apps you have on your console. And also, if you delete a game, so for example I deleted the FIFA 14 demo, it will stay here, and if I want to install it again, it will remember. So it's kind of like recent purchases, they stay in there. So that's the home screen, I guess. There's not really too much else here. To the left of home screen you have pins. Now the pins, you can pin, I don't know if there's a limit, but to pin an app, you go to My Games and Apps, and then you select it using the menu button, I believe it's called, and you have the option to pin to home. Also go to full screen, and that's across the UI, the blue part. So you can pin these apps, and then you can from here unpin, move to front, so you can't organize them like you would on a mobile device where you hold it and kind of rearrange it. Hopefully they add that in the future, because it's quite long and convoluted to keep saying move to the front and to reorganize stuff. You can also launch it, and then you can see it in the Xbox store. So there's your options there. A pin's quite simple. You can just pin apps. These are apps that you want to use frequently. You can just pin them over here. I forgot to mention that from any of these sections, because these are obviously running, you have the option to quit. A bit like on a computer when you're multitasking, these are minimized, but the way to quit would be to quit. That's kind of how the old 360 did it. Every time you would close the app, it wouldn't minimize, whereas on the Xbox One, these apps are all open. I don't know how many apps are open at the same time. So what I mean is, I don't know if it's just these apps, these 5 apps here, or if they're all the apps you've opened in your current session. I think maybe they all stay open, I don't know. Anyway, so then we have the featured area. Now, this is a bit annoying in my opinion, because firstly, it doesn't change, and well, I already know all of this stuff. I've already been to them, yet they stay there, and there's no way to remove them. There's no settings for them. So the feature section, I think they need to update that. Then on the far right, you have the store. So you have 4 main categories here. You have games, movies and TV, music, and apps. And if you're wondering, the pictures on the thumbnails change. So they do change, but they don't change every day. They change like once every 2 weeks or so. So I'm not gonna go and open those, but that's the store you have there. And then you have Bing search here, so you just go down here and you can press that and you can type in whatever you want. Obviously you can use voice commands if you want to do that, it's easier. By the way, Bing only will search stuff that's on the Xbox store. It can't find out stuff like what's the web going to be like tomorrow or stuff like that. It can't search the web, which is kind of stupid in my opinion, but all it does is look up that game or app on the store. And then the last thing I wanted to go over is this area in the top left. So the kind of globe icon, this one is your notifications. So that's about achievements and stuff. And you get notifications. I mean the notifications, you get a lot of them. There's no way of clearing them, like, you know, if you just wanted to, because this is a long list of stuff. But yeah, they're not a huge deal. You can just see, oh, I unlocked the achievement or whatever, and you can close it there. And then what's next to that is the account signed in. So that will just give you, if you want to sign out or, you know, do other stuff. And if you have more than one person, so you have 2 or 3 more controllers connected, their names will show next to, or their logo will stay next to your logo, so it will be across the top. So that has been my brief overview of the Xbox One UI. It's quite simple. At first it can be a bit tricky. There are a few ins and outs you need to learn. This is just kind of a overview. I'm not going to be going over everything, but if you did enjoy, please press the like button, and if you want to see more Xbox One coverage or any more coverage, subscribe and be sure to like the video.